presentation of Fox Sports.
We are Fox Sports. We are Southwest.
The Rangers continue to battle at less than full strength, and it seems everyone understands their role in this stretch. Endy Chavez is settled in at leadoff, getting on, stealing bases, scoring runs. Craig Gentry has taken advantage of his chance to play, utilizing his speed on the bases and in the field. And Adrian Beltre is here to cover third base and drive in runs. He's certainly done both. Tonight, the lead role is Derek Hollins as your Rangers look for a quick sweep of the Kansas City Royals. Much of the day in Kansas City, but the skies have cleared and we're ready for baseball, ready for the conclusion of this brief two-game series between the Rangers and the Royals, live from Kauffman Stadium in Kansas City as Texas tries to make it 5 in a row over the Royals in 2011, 6 in a row overall against Kansas City. Hi there and welcome to Kansas City. Welcome to Kauffman Stadium. John Radigan and Tom Grieve here. Rangers win game 1 of the series in 11 innings, and now they'll try to sweep the series, and they'll try to do it with a guy who's becoming pretty popular as the leadoff man, Tom.
Yeah, Endy Chavez really got an opportunity when Julio Bourbon went on the disabled list. Ron Washington put him right in the leadoff spot right off the bat. First couple of games he struggled, had a hard time getting the ball out of the infield, but on this road trip he's been terrific. He singled his first 2 times up last night, once on a pretty good fastball, this on a pretty good curveball, and in all 3 games of this trip he's had a dramatic impact on the outcome of the game. Not just hitting the ball, but running the bases as well. He's scored 5 runs in these 3 games. He's stolen bases. He's got extra base hits. He's played well in the outfield. And what a great opportunity for him, and he's really taking advantage of it.
He has taken advantage indeed, and he's gotten the attention of certainly Ron Washington and the rest of his teammates. Wash keeps saying he's got game, and he has been proving that over and over again. So the Rangers are almost ready to take on these Kansas City Royals, and they've been playing some good defense of late too. When we come back and continue to get you ready for baseball, we look back at some great defense. Texas Rangers baseball on Fox Sports Southwest is brought to you by your Texas Ford dealer. Check out the Ford F-150 and drive one. Ford is the best in Texas. By the Progressive Insurance Group. For a money-saving car insurance quote, call 1-800-PROGRESSIVE today. By Jack in the Box. Get the new bourbon barbecue steak grilled sandwich now at Jack in the Box. And by Southwest Airlines' new Rapid Rewards. Unlimited reward seats and no blackout dates. And the skies have cleared, as we mentioned here in Kansas City. It's downright blue skies showing up above as the Rangers and Royals get ready to do battle one more time. The second of 2 and the last game here in Kansas City for your Texas Rangers. And tonight they can only hope to play defense as well as they played last night to support Derek Hollins, who will be starting. Here's our Jaguar performance of the game, and it goes back to last night with all the great defensive plays that the Rangers were able to make in this one, and it starts where else but with Adrian Beltre. Beltre with a great play there, and then David Murphy all the way back and against the lighted scoreboard in the 6th inning to rob Jeff Francoeur. Billy Butler robbed in the 7th inning by Craig Gentry, and perhaps the best of them all, Ian Kinsler with the diving play to save what would have been the game-changing run at that point, and the Rangers play great defense, flash lots of leather, and get an 11-inning victory last night. Got some Rangers fans in the house tonight. We've got the lineups and the first pitch coming your way in just a moment. From Kansas City, it's time to play ball, y'all. Hey, welcome back to Kauffman Stadium. We're in Kansas City, Missouri for the Texas Rangers against the Kansas City Royals. And Southwest Airlines brings you tonight's batting order for the Rangers. It's Endy Chavez in the top spot again, followed by Andrus Kinsler, and Chris Davis. First off night of the season for Michael Young, Beltre, Moreland, Torrealba, and Murphy, followed by Gentry in the 9-hole against Luke Hochevar. Here's the scouting report.
Yeah, overall the numbers don't look that good, a 4.87 ERA. But some of the numbers are really good. He's got fewer hits than innings pitched. Opponents hit 243 against him. He's only walked 15. Problem has been the extra base hits, including 12 home runs. That ties for the most in the American League. He's had 3 starts against the Rangers. The 2 in this ballpark have been very good. 7-inning, couple of runs, no walks, and 13 strikeouts. And then last year in May, 8 innings, 2 runs, and no walks. So against the Rangers in this park twice, he's done a nice job.
He's ahead of Endy pretty quickly. No balls and 2 strikes. 65 degrees at game time, so even a little warmer than last night. First pitch came at 10 minutes after 7 Central Time, and Chavez fouls that one off. Hochevar was injured some last year, appearing only 18 times in the season, 17 starts. An elbow sprain that kept him out from basically June to September. And he hits this one toward first base. Hosmer, the rookie, has it to Hochevar, and there's 1 out. I'll show you the rest of their defense behind Hochevar. And out in the outfield, it's Alex Gordon, Melky Cabrera, and the former Ranger Jeff Francoeur. Badamit and Escobar on the left side. Mike Avila's back at second base tonight with the rookie Hosmer at first, and Matt Trainer, another former Ranger, behind the plate to catch Hochevar.
Talked about the 12 home runs that Hochevar has given up. 31 of the 54 hits he's given up have gone for extra bases. So he's held the average down, but he hasn't contained the power of the opposing teams.
And he's facing Elvis now. Andrus, a hitting hero last night as he came up in a pinch hit situation and drove in those 2 runs. Drove in the 1 run to give the Rangers the lead at that point. Swing and a miss. Elvis 3 of 5 in pinch hit situations in his career. Obviously doesn't have to do it very often, but he's been successful when he has.
Hochevar got to the big leagues quickly. He was the first pick in the draft in 2006. College pitcher, University of Tennessee. Probably got to the big leagues a little bit sooner than would have been in his best interest. 6-12, 7-13 his first 2 years. ERAs that averaged out to about 6. But the kid's got good stuff. He got a sinking fastball at 94 miles an hour right there. Already seen a good curveball, a cutter at 90 miles an hour. There's no reason why he can't win in the big leagues. Look at the movement on that pitch.
Wow.
Borderline pitch, but right on the corner.
And Mike Malinsky rings up Elvis Andrus, and it brings up Ian Kinsler. Ian, who's hit safely in 6 of his last 8 games, is batting .367 in that span. And there's a first pitch strike to him. Misses inside. It's 1-1 to Ian.
Hochevar's had quality starts in his last 3 starts. 3.21 ERA over his last 3 starts. Brought his overall ERA down. He's throwing the ball well in the first inning. I'll say that.
Does he ever? Softly to short. Escobar has it to Hosmer, and the Rangers are down in order. Derek Collin making his way toward the mound now. Some Rangers fans have made their way to Kansas City. We've seen them all over the ballpark and all over the area, and Southwest Airlines brings you the Royals batting order with Gordon in the leadoff spot for just the second time in his career, followed by Cabrera, Hosmer, and Francoeur. Butler, Betemit, and Aviles. And then it's Matt Trainer with Escobar batting ninth against Derek Holland. Here's the scouting report on the lefty.
3-1, ERA at 4.91. 6 or more innings in 6 of his 8 starts. Ron Washington pushes the starters to get extra innings, and Derek has gone at least 6 innings in 6 of his 8 starts. High opponent's batting average, 296. That's his 3rd highest in the American League.
And he faces Gordon here. Alex was moved to the leadoff spot yesterday. It was his first career start in the leadoff spot, as Ned Yost is just trying to shake up an offense that's been in a malaise. In the course of 5 straight losses, the Royals have scored only 9 runs. And Yost says he wasn't just going to make the change for one day to see how it works. He feels like he needs to give it a little time. It was that move that pushed Jeff Francoeur up into the cleanup spot as well. He's in the 4-hole. Billy Butler moves down to 5.
Well, the Royals have some promising offensive players. They really don't have a leadoff hitter. That's one thing they don't have. Gordon may develop into one. We'll see. And I'm not sure who their prospects are in the lower minor leagues. They've got a lot of them. I don't know if one of them is a potential leadoff hitter, but that's one thing they really don't have at the big league level, is a true leadoff hitter.
And even Gordon, not your prototypical style for that. He's been hitting 3 prior to this. This one, though, is hit into center field. Base hit to lead things off for Gordon, who was 0 for 4 yesterday. And let's take a look at the Rangers defense. It's Murphy, Gentry, and Chavez again out in the outfield. Adrian Beltre and Elvis Andrus on the left side, with Ian Kinsler and Mitch Moreland back at first base. Yorvi Torrealba is behind the plate catching Derek Holland, who will now face Melky Cabrera. He's got that pitch working. It's 0-1 to Cabrera, called strike. Melky was 0 for 5 yesterday with a couple of strikeouts.
Cabrera this year has been much better as a left-hand hitter. He's hit close to 300 left-handed. He's hitting right at 200 right-handed. Had a couple of opportunities against left-handed pitchers yesterday and didn't come through. Popped up, man on third base in less than 2 outs late in the game. Derek's coming off a pretty good start against the Angels. 6 innings, 6 hits, and a couple of runs. Had a win against Kansas City earlier in the season in Texas. Rangers scored a bunch of runs that day. Derek pitched 7 innings, gave up 5 runs. All 5 came in the 4th inning. There's the line against the Angels.
Yeah, that was the game where he was staked to a 5-0 lead. He breezed through the first 3 innings, and then he gave up 5 in the 4th, and he left the mound telling himself that's all they're going to get. That's all they're going to get. From him, that's all they did, and the Rangers held on to win it 11-6. That one's fouled out of play. 2-2 the count on Melky Cabrera. Royals have fallen to a couple of games under 500. They're at 20-22 for the first time all year. Rangers are 3 games over at 23-20. 2-2 pitch. Popped up. Adrian Beltre has it. And there's one away. That'll bring up the rookie Hosmer. Who was very productive late last night. Ninth inning, he was able to come up with a leadoff home run to tie things up against Neppy Feliz.
Might as well try the pickoff play. It worked well last night. Royals were claiming after the game that Neppy Feliz balked. Mike Aviles.
Throw down. Got him!
That was easy.
Didn't need to pick him off. Got him on a caught stealing.
Mike Aviles was the second runner picked off, and he was claiming that Neppy was breaking his knee and balking before he went to first base. The problem with that argument, if you're Aviles, is you've just watched him throw to first base twice and end up picking off Jarrod Dyson. So if you've watched the pickoff move before you get on, it's hard to use the balk move as an excuse for getting picked off if you've already seen it.
He just did the same thing to me that he did to the other guy. Dyson incidentally got sent down today, not just because he got picked off, but because they needed to reinforce the bullpen after using everybody in the bullpen in last night's game. Robinson Tejeda was activated for them off of the disabled list, and they called up Greg Holland. Jeremy Jeffers was also sent down. So they made quite a few changes after yesterday's extra inning loss. They're 5th in a row. And I loved Wash's response when someone posed to him that Ned Yost was claiming those were balks. He said, umpire didn't call them balks.
Yeah, they must not have been balks.
Yeah, I don't think they were balks.
But the point is, no one was claiming it was a balk when it happened.
Sure.
It wasn't until they went back and watched it on TV.
Oh, slowly hit past Beltre. Hosmer just reached out after that one. Got it in the right spot.
Yeah, Hosmer's facing a left-hand pitcher who just popped a 97-mile-an-hour fastball, and that's really not a bad job of hitting. That pitch was maybe a little bit outside on the outside corner. Just kind of slapped it into left field for a base hit. Not bad for a 21 or 22-year-old kid.
Brings up Jeff Francoeur. He waves at one from Derek to make it 0-1. Jeff was 0 for 3 with a walk last night. In fact, it was his walk that led to Dyson being picked off. He walked in the 9th inning, and then Dyson pinch ran for him. This one's in the air. Foul territory, and nobody can get anywhere near it. But it's 0-2 to Francoeur. He's got 22 extra base hits already this year. That's 5th in the American League. Fouls another one back. Jeff believes he's found a home here in Kansas City. Hopes he can stay here for a while. Signed in the offseason after losing close to 30 pounds. Says he feels a lot faster and more like his youthful self when he first came up to the big leagues as a result. Swing and a miss there, though, and Derek got him with 94-mile-an-hour heat. Royals strand one, and there's no score after one.
When Ron Washington goes to Arizona to manage in the All-Star game, he'll take some things to remind him of Texas. His T-shirt from Vista, the Space Center. His stuffed armadillo. The hat Nolan gave him.
It'll be nice to take a bunch of Texas Rangers, too.
Help Wash take the Lone Star State to the All-Star Game. Vote Texas, vote Rangers the next time you attend a game or online at texasrangers.com.
How am I going to get these through airport security?
No score, top of the second inning, and help the Texas Rangers Baseball Foundation help more kids in 2011 by becoming a member of the Texas Rangers Baseball Foundation family. Visit texasrangers.com/foundation and donate your time or make a financial contribution today. After a 12-pitch first inning, Hochevar's back out there, and he'll face Chris Davis, who is starting in the cleanup spot for the first time in his big league career. He fills in for Michael Young today. This is Michael's first game off this season, and he's the last Ranger to have been given a day off by Ron Washington. Talked to Michael about it, and he says, of course I'd rather play, but he says Wash is great about it. He told me about it on Monday in Chicago and let me know this was going to be the day that he had me slated to be off. And now Chris Davis hits this one in the air and deep and gone. It's in the bullpen and a home run. Davis with his third home run of the year, and the Rangers take a 1-0 lead.
You got an off-speed pitch that he got out in front of. And Chris is saying, if I'm going to hit fourth, I'm going to hit like a fourth-place hitter today. First swing, he launches it into the bullpen. See where the pitch was. Looks like a slider that just stays right in the middle of the plate. You get a pitch like that, you want to take advantage of it, and that's what he did.
And here comes Adrian Beltre as you look again at the swing, and what a sound that one made as Davis leaves the yard starting off the second. Now it's sliced by Beltre toward right field. Francour's got that one.
Now the home run continues to plague Hochevar. That's 13 against him. That's the most in the American League now. He didn't make any mistakes in the first inning with his slider or his curveball, but that one spun right down the middle of the plate.
Mitch Moreland coming up now. He's got 5 hits against the Royals in his career. 3 of them have been home runs. I'm not saying, I'm just saying. Home runs in 2 of the 3 games that he's played here in his brief major league career. And he swings at that offering that's at 79 miles an hour, and Hochevar's ahead of him 0-2. Inside, 1 ball and 2 strikes to Mitch, who's still tied for the major league lead in game-winning RBIs. He's got 6 of them already this year. And he hits this one in the air to right field. Francour's got that one too. And there are 2 away. It'll bring up Yorvit Torrealba. Making his 33rd start tonight in the Rangers' 44th game. All of them have been at catcher. Average has been falling, but he continues to say offense is the least of his worries. He feels like the offense will come around, and what he likes doing most is calling shutouts. He'd much rather do that than anything else as a catcher.
I could never be a catcher. I don't think I could ever get to the point where I would say I'd rather catch a shutout than hit.
Yeah.
I mean, it'd be nice, and
Yeah.
that's doing your job.
Yeah.
But I'd have a hard time divorcing not hitting with being a good defensive
And,
player.
you know, he's very sincere about it. I don't think there's an ounce of, you know, of insincerity there when he says that. He says, look, the hitting's going to come around. I'm not worried about it. What I want to do is do my job behind the plate. He's been doing that.
Well, when everybody gets healthy and the team is hitting the ball the way it's capable of, you really don't need your catcher to be pounding the baseball. There's plenty of guys in the lineup that can hit and score runs. So doing your job defensively with the pitching staff, that is the name of the game.
Certainly the reason that the Rangers were so interested in acquiring him in the offseason from San Diego, where he was last year. Rangers have taken a 1-0 lead on the Chris Davis leadoff home run, as he takes nicely to the cleanup spot. Full count pitch to Torrealba. This one's hit softly towards center field. Cabrera's there, and he's got it. And it's 3 fly ball outs after a longer fly ball that went out. Chris Davis, with his 3rd home run of the year, gives the Rangers a 1-0 lead.
Like a free fall now. Nobody's gonna slow us down.
1-0 Rangers headed to the bottom of the 2nd and hitting the road. Take the Rangers with you this season. Subscribe to MLB.tv today to see every Rangers game live or on demand on your computer and your other favorite devices. Visit TexasRangers.com and get more details. MLB.tv, baseball everywhere. Now it's Derek Holland working with a 1-run lead as he faces Billy Butler. And starts him off with a couple of errant pitches. It's 2 balls and no strikes. Billy's gone 117 straight series with at least 1 hit. The Rangers are trying to end that streak right now, and Holland helps the process out there as he gets it in the air and Gentry makes the play. When there's 1 out here in the 2nd, it brings up Wilson Betemit.
Got away with 1 right there. Behind in the count. Butler got a pretty good pitch to hit, had a good swing at it, just popped it up. Just got underneath it. A little frustrated with himself going back to the dugout.
Betemit was good last night, 2 for 4 with a couple of runs. He had a walk as well. And Derek misses with the first pitch to him. Grounded to Ian at second base. Over to Mitch Moreland. And quickly there are 2 away for Holland, who needed 19 pitches in that first inning. The good news is 14 of them were strikes. And he's got a couple of quick outs here in the bottom of the 2nd. Brings up the second baseman, Aviles. He was the 2nd guy who got picked off by Nefi Feliz last night.
Yeah, both teams, whoever lost that game would have been disappointed that they didn't win it. Both teams had chances. Rangers got 13 walks. You hate to lose a game where you walk 13 times, but from Kansas City's standpoint, they had a chance to push across the go-ahead or winning run several times. Well, that one's up and in.
Yeah, that's
Hopefully
scary.
Aviles is all right. It didn't hit him?
Would it hit the bat, maybe?
I thought it drilled him right in the shoulder.
Let's see what happens.
Take a look. Must have hit his bat.
Hit the bat is what it did.
Wow.
Yeah, it's hit the bat.
Man, not only do you almost get hit right in the head
Wow.
as you're going down,
Your bat got in the way.
it's still, it almost looked like it hit his helmet. Wow. Too close for comfort. We're ahead 0-2 with that pitch.
In the air to left. David coming on and makes the play. Quick inning for Derek Holland. 1-2-3 go the Royals in the second. Rangers with a 1-0 lead in Kansas City.
Texas A&M battles Texas. Big 12 baseball, Saturday on Fox Sports Southwest.
Texas Rangers baseball on Fox Sports Southwest is brought to you by Geico Insurance, where 15 minutes could save you 15% on car insurance. And by AT&T. Back at it quickly here in the third inning. It's the 8 and 9 hitters, David Murphy and Craig Gentry do. David slaps this one toward shortstop. Escobar makes the play. Hochevar, just 12 pitches in the first inning, 16 in the second, but one of those was hit into the bullpen, the Rangers bullpen, and gave the Rangers a 1-0 lead.
John, we have a birthday wish today.
Oh, yeah.
John Daniels' daughter, Harper.
Oh.
3 years old today.
Happy birthday, Harper.
John flew home for the birthday. Hope it was a happy day.
I do too. I think John's meeting us in Philadelphia. He was with us in Chicago and then wanted to make it home for the special day for Harper, and hopefully we've gotten her birthday wish before bedtime. Her birthday, and I've got the treat. How amazing is that? As Dave Robertson from Sheridan's ice cream place here in the ballpark, Dallas guy Dave Robertson, came through again. Big wave and a miss by Gentry. He brought over this chocolate chip cookie covered in ice cream, hot fudge, whipped cream, and a cherry on top.
Well, you know why?
No.
He's one of the Rangers' biggest fans here in Kansas City.
We do love that.
He loves the Rangers, boy.
We love his loyalty to the Rangers, and we love his sweets from Sheridan's. And Gentry draws the walk. I got an update on that frozen custard deal, by the way. Somebody emailed and said frozen custard is actually worse for you than ice cream. It's got more fat in it than ice cream does. Frozen yogurt, they say, is a little better for you.
Still got a lot of sugar, though.
Yeah, frozen custard, probably the worst one you can have, but boy, it sure tastes
It doesn't matter. You're having a treat.
Look at this.
You're having a treat for Harper's birthday.
How else would I celebrate Harper's birthday except with a hot fudge chocolate chip cookie sundae?
Well, I know if Bill Jones was my partner right now, that thing would have been gone by now.
Long
so
gone.
you better start eating.
There's no chance I'm going to be able to eat all of it.
I saw him get something like that in Minnesota. They brought him one up, something just like that in Minnesota. I had a fork and I went to take a taste. He stabbed me in the hand with his fork, as if to say, they didn't bring that to you. That's mine.
Hey,
I thought he was kidding.
And
he was serious.
Now, see, and there's another difference. And I love Bill Jones, but I offered you some, didn't
you're
I?
right. You're right.
See there?
You're much more willing to share than Bill ever was.
Yeah,
when it comes to food, anyway.
Yeah, I just knew
the guy's not giving up a morsel of food.
I knew you wouldn't take it. In the air, left field, Gordon, and there are 2 away. So many updates, so little time. I've updated the great ice cream frozen custard controversy, and now we update Josh Hamilton. Ranger Blake is tweeting again from the rehab assignment in Frisco, and John Blake tells us that Josh grounded out 3-1 in his first at-bat on the first pitch he saw in the bottom of the first in Frisco. And it's time for our Geico quote. Speaking of Josh Hamilton, overall, the timing felt good. It's definitely a starting point. Hey, wait, it's more than a starting point. I feel good. Thanks to Todd Wells from MLB.com. Swing and a miss by Elvis there. And Josh did feel good. He was 2 for 4 with a home run yesterday if you missed it. He did only see 7 pitches, and he hit the first one that he saw today.
Yeah, whoever Frisco was playing must have felt a little bad yesterday, losing to Frisco with 2 American League All-Stars in their lineup. It's not fair.
That's the way it goes. That's the way baseball goes.
Yeah, they could have had
in the
Tom
minors.
Hunter or Scott Feldman pitching for him.
That's
that day.
right. Two and one now to Elvis. Nelly Cruz, incidentally, is not playing in this game in Frisco, and he's going to move on to Round Rock and play probably the entire weekend there. As Ron Washington was saying today, the organization has decided they'd like to see Nelly get 20 more at-bats in rehab. There was hope that Nelly would be joining the team in Philadelphia tomorrow, but the timing is just not quite back yet for Nelly. He was 0 for 4 yesterday. He'll sit out today and play in Round Rock tomorrow. Outside part of the plate to Elvis. That'll make it 3-2. And the payoff pitch. Grounded toward shortstop. And they get him. The Rangers strand 1, but still lead it by 1. It's 1-0 as we head to the bottom of the 3rd. 1-0 Texas. Natural Balance presents Bark in the Park on Sunday, May 29th, when the Rangers face the Royals at 2:05. Special tickets are available in designated sections, so you can bring your dog to the game. But advance registration is required. For complete details and to register, go to TexasRangers.com/barkinthepark. Bottom of the 3rd inning now. And it's the former Ranger Matt Trainer. He was 0 for 2 with a walk yesterday. Takes a strike from Derek there. Holland, who needed only 9 pitches in that 2nd inning.
So far in the game, it's pretty much been all fastballs. Has not been able to throw his changeup or his breaking ball with much success yet. He's having trouble with his changeup.
The 2-1 to Trainer. Slap foul.
Got a little better. He took something off that one. Got it over the plate.
Matt's got 12 hits and 9 walks in his last 13 games, and those walks have really gotten his on-base percentage up. Swing and a miss there. And Derek got him on strikes. And for complete NBA playoff coverage, switch over to Fox Sports Southwest after each Western Conference Finals game for a post-game coverage and analysis of the Mavs Thunder series. It's Mavs Live immediately after every West Finals game. It's only on Fox Sports Southwest. Escobar now. Holland misses with the first one to him. It's 1-0. Bottom of the order did most of the damage to the Rangers yesterday, and Escobar was 2 for 3. He had an RBI single in the game. Really nice night for baseball here in Kansas City after a very rainy day. and this one's in the air towards center field. Gentry ranges over and makes the play for the second out of the third inning.
Now, once through the lineup, the only hits were by both left-hand hitters in the lineup, Gordon and Hosmer. The only two lefties in the lineup each had singles. Derek has had a good fastball today. It's anywhere from 93 to 96 miles an hour. And that's been one time through the lineup by far his most effective pitch.
Incidentally, right-handed hitters hit 34 points higher against Derek than lefties do. So somewhat ironic that the hits have fallen the way they have. Two balls and no strikes to the leadoff man, Gordon. He's one of the guys that had a single. Second game ever as a leadoff hitter. And that'll make it 3-0. After last night's loss, the Royals are 3-13 against division leaders, of which at this point the Rangers are. In there for a strike, and it's 3-1. Royals just finished a series with the Indians, who are division leaders. They of course were swept by the Rangers, who were division leaders in April. And that one's hit right to Elvis and right under his legs.
That was a slicing line drive, like a hard right-handed slider. I don't know if he even got a glove on it. That literally was too hot to handle. I think it just sunk.
Looked like it, yeah, it looked like it got
sunk right underneath his glove. That's how he sliced it. Went to catch it and it wasn't there. I think Elvis was the most surprised person in the ballpark.
But it's ruled an error.
Yeah, it's a tough error just because of how much sinking action that line drive had. But it's in the air and it didn't hit the ground in front of Elvis. So I guess the feeling on the scorekeeper's part is that he should have caught it. But it was a hard hit, slicing, sinking line drive. And as it turned out, it was definitely not an easy play.
It has Gordon on first base for the second time tonight.
See Elvis, the movement he made with his hand. He just said it sunk right underneath my glove. Couldn't catch it. Mike Beltre was giving him a little bit of grief for missing it.
Like a wicked sinker from a pitcher. Derek's inside to Cabrera. Melky's got 47 hits on the year, but as Tom said, the vast majority of those have come when he's hitting left-handed, when he's a 300 hitter, not from when he's right-handed, where he's more like 200. And now Holland with the check of the runner, Gordon at first base. Royals have 48 steals, first in Major League Baseball.
They haven't been too successful so far in this short series.
No kidding.
I think the Rangers are well aware that they want to run. They've done a good job of containing that.
That one misses. It's 2 balls and a strike. One nothing Rangers here in the third. Chris Davis home run accounting for the only scoring thus far. And the 2-1 pitch toward left field and in front of David Murphy. He's up with it quickly, though, and Gordon stays at second. Brings up the rookie Hosmer.
That was a good swing by Cabrera. He hit that ball hard.
Mike Maddox with some words for Derek Holland. We got the first 2 outs in the inning rather quickly. Then there was the sinking ball that was hit towards Elvis, ruled an error, and then the single by Cabrera has him at first and second. Hosmer had a single in the first inning. Torrealba sets the defense, and the Rangers try to get out of this mini jam. Runners at first and second in the third. Texas with a 1-0 lead. Strike to Hosmer. Outside part of the plate. First round pick in 08 was Eric Hosmer, and he's already been called up to the bigs. Saw there, second time through. Sometimes a problem for Derek. He needs to bear down here against Hosmer. It's 1-1. And the pitch, swing and a miss. And it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. Derek hits him with some 93-mile-an-hour heat.
That was just about exactly where he wanted to throw it, too. Kept it down, kept it away.
Checks the sign for Torrealba.
See the sign. He wants to throw this one high.
Just misses with it, and it's 2-2.
Actually, that's the little thing that
A trick
Torrealba likes to do. He put the glove up high, hoping the hitter would see that, and then comes back with a slider down and away. Forgot that little trick we saw the other day.
Yeah. Now it's 2-2. Derek just keeping the runners honest. 2 outs in the third inning. That's Gordon at second base. It's Melky Cabrera at first.
There have been some hitters known to sneak a peek back late, try to catch the location.
Foul tip caught there, and it's a strikeout of Hosmer. And that will do it for the Royals in the third. Derek walks off the mound, still with a 1-0 lead.
Fox Sports Southwest has the Rangers all season. Interleague play is underway as Michael Young and the Rangers look to swing past the Phillies' stellar pitching staff. Sunday at noon on Fox Sports Southwest.
For complete Mavericks playoff coverage, Fox Sports Southwest has you covered. Tune in to Mavs Live Playoff Edition after every Mavs game for local perspective and analysis. Fox Sports Southwest, your home court advantage for the NBA playoffs.
Texas T-Bread tacos are looking alright. At 99 cents, I'm gonna eat all night. For all day long, gonna get my fill of DQ tacos, and it's time to chill with a German chocolate brownie blizzard. DQ soft serve, oh yeah, for the best treats and meats and value. Nothing tastes better than DQ. DQ, that's what I like about Texas.
Dogs are loyal by nature, and nothing is more loyal than a Texas dog. So May 29th at Bark in the Park, presented by Natural Balance, y'all pooches should come and display your Texas pride. Work for the Rangers and eat some hot dogs. Pardon the expression. But remember, and this is very important, do not growl at the ump.
That's my job.
Pre-register your Texas tail wagger now at TexasRangers.com.
Visit one of the 25 DFW On the Border locations and request your basketball playoff yard sign. Hey, let's turn Dallas blue while supplies last at On the Border. Rangers fans here. And a pretty night for baseball, as it turns out, in Kansas City. Old school Rangers shirt there. I like that one. Hochevar back out there. He's had back-to-back 16 pitch innings after a first inning 12 pitch frame. And he faces Ian Kinsler. One and one to Ian. Good eye to make it 2-1. He's got 24 walks this year. That leads the team. Now it's 3-1. He had a walk in yesterday's game, and he stole a base in that one as well. That one catches the outside part of the plate, runs it full. It's 3-2. Five steals for the Rangers yesterday. As Ian hits this one towards shortstop. Escobar with a backhanded long throw. Hosmer picks it nicely. And Ian is out.
You just don't see many shortstops in the big leagues that can't make that play with a strong arm. A lot of young shortstops, and they can all throw. Escobar, from what we've seen these two games, pretty smooth out there at shortstop. He came over from Milwaukee in the Zach Greinke trade, one of the players they got. Another one was Jeremy Jeffress, who pitched in last night's game, ended up with a loss. Beltre singled in 2 runs after he walked 3 guys. Got sent out today, but he's got a great arm.
Yeah, he was bringing the heat. He just couldn't find the plate last night as he walked the bases loaded. Now it's Chris Davis. This time he hits it toward short. Escobar makes that play too.
Well, we're talking about Kansas City not having a leadoff hitter. Another player they got from Milwaukee was Lorenzo Cain. He's a center fielder. He may be a potential leadoff hitter. He didn't make their team out of spring training, but he's in the minor leagues playing at AAA, so he may be one of those candidates to be a leadoff hitter. They got another younger pitcher, former #1 draft choice. I'm not even sure how you say his name. Odorizzi, maybe?
That one sliced into right field. Adrian Beltre rounding first. He's headed for second. 2-out double for Beltre.
Fastball away. He hits it away. And so far this game has pretty much shown what Hosmer's pitching line has been all season long. Tough to hit. Came into the game with a .243 opponent's batting average, and he's only given up 2 hits. But he gives up a lot of extra base hits. Coming in, 31 of 54 hits were extra base hits, and in this game he's given up 2 hits, a home run and a double.
In there for a strike to Moreland, and safe at second is Adrian Beltre. Safe and secure. New York Life. Mitch flew out to right field his first time up. And now he's behind 0-2. Hochevar now to Moreland. And this one is popped up. Shallow left field. Escobar goes back and makes the play. And that'll do it for the Rangers. Beltre stranded at second base. Rangers still leading 1-0.
Watch Rangers live before and after the game on Fox Sports Southwest.
Hey, it's time for our AT&T trivia question. Tonight we ask you, who are the only 4 teams since 1950 to come back from a 3-1 deficit to win the World Series? Answer for you coming up to the AT&T trivia question in the next half inning. Ponder it for half an inning as Derek Holland gets set to face Jeff Francoeur. Royals are coming to Texas next week, and we've got a change out in right field. Andres Blanco.
Something obviously happened to Endy Chavez.
Andres, one of the most versatile guys on this roster, is also the emergency catcher, although there are 3 of those here now. Now that Taylor Teagarden was recalled yesterday, but Blanco's in right now.
Yeah, and there were probably another choice. Ron wants to give Michael Young a day off, but Michael, I guess, could have gone to first, and Moreland could have gone to right. Bendy's okay.
Bendy looks okay there, but Two balls and a strike now to Francoeur.
Well, if it holds true to what you usually see in baseball, Francoeur is going to hit the ball to right field. It's like a quarterback trying to take advantage of a cornerback who's out of the game. They're going to throw that way. Not that Francoeur is going to try to hit it to right field, but it usually seems that way.
Blanco out there still doing a little bit of stretching. Some stretching exercises as he gets ready quickly. It's 2-2 to Francoeur. Upstairs for a ball, and it's a full count. Andres was the shortstop yesterday until Elvis pinch hit for him in the ninth. That decision paid off handsomely for Ron Washington. And that's a strike three call. Francoeur thought it was a ball. He was headed to first base.
That's what Derek needs to do, what I think all left-handers need to do, be able to throw into the right-hand hitters. Pops that one, looks like right on the inside corner, froze Francoeur. He took it for strike three.
Fox tracks agreed. Billy Butler. Who popped out to the center fielder Gentry first time up. Billy hit his 150th career double earlier this season. 1-0 pitch from Derek. Misses to make it 2-0.
Derek's strikeout high for the year was 9. That was against Kansas City back on April 22nd. He's got 4 strikeouts so far in the game today.
And he's way behind Butler. It's 3 balls and no strikes. That one just past reaching Ian Kinsler.
But you had a feeling he might be swinging 3-0 in this kind of a game. Fortunately, all it was a single. Got a good pitch to hit. Could have been worse.
Brings up Betemeet.
Pitch was right down the center of the plate. He hit it right back through the middle. Fortunately, it was a line drive.
So there's a runner at first with 1 out. And this one is popped up to center field. Gentry's there. And there are 2 away. Aviles now He's 3 for 31 in his last 10 games. One 0 pitch from Holland to Aviles. And this one's in the air to left field. David Murphy has it. And that'll do it. Millie Butler stranded at first. Derek Holland walks off the mound with a 1-0 lead. Hey, let's answer that AT&T trivia question that we asked you in the last half inning. Talking about the only 4 teams since 1950 to come back from a 3-1 deficit. It's the 58 Yankees, 68 Tigers, the We Are Family Pirates of 79, and the Kansas City Royals, whose only World Series championship came after they were down 3-1 in games to their cross-state rivals, the St. Louis Cardinals. They were also down 3-1 in the American League Championship Series to the Toronto Blue Jays that year. They came back in both of those series and won the World Series. Thanks in large part to our own Jim Sundberg, who scored the game-winning run in the winning game of that 1985 World Series for the Royals. Jim, who has now had one full day as a 60-year-old. He had his happy birthday yesterday. Torey Alba's ahead 2-0. Bounces that one foul. Ochovar's just had the one mistake. He's thrown 56 pitches coming into the inning. A couple of 12-pitch innings and a couple of 16-pitch innings for him. And now he's 3-1 to Jorvik. And he walked him. Second walk of the game by Luke Hochevar. And it brings up David Murphy.
David's due. I got to make the call for David.
Oh, nice.
I got to send some karma down his way.
Like it. Oh, not caught, actually. Can't quite hold on, and Jorvik thought he had it too.
Yeah, there's not much Jorvik could do. I think everyone in the park thought he caught it. And as he went down, it trickled out of his glove, and alertly Escobar scooted over, grabbed it, and by the time Jorvik could turn it on, he's forced out at second. There's really not much he could do. He can't go too far or he'll get doubled off. Just an alert play by Escobar. Bad luck for David, who would have ended up with a base hit. Hard hit ball. Nice job by Bettamy just to knock it down.
The old 5-6-4 fielder's choice if you're scoring along at home. Has David Murphy on base. Craig Gentry at the plate, having drawn a walk his first time up. Shows bunt. Takes a strike. It's 0-1. Couple of steals in yesterday's game for Gentry. And he pounds that one foul. Bounces into the Rangers dugout. He had 4 steals in 25 games in the minors. He's got 4 already in 9 games at the major league level. check of Murph at first base. And this one is hit back up the middle for a base hit. David stops at second. Gentry is on first. And with one out, the top of the order is due.
Craig had a couple of walks in last night's game, stole a few bases. Let off a couple rallies last night. Had a walk and a single today.
Blanco now in there for Endy Chavez as we await word on why Endy had to leave the game. It is Andres' first game as an outfielder in either the minors or the major leagues. He's never played in the outfield since Sandlot ball, I'm sure. But he had a couple of hits yesterday. Slices one foul and out of play. Single in the first and a single in the third for Blanco yesterday before he grounded out twice. That one misses, and it's 1-1. Played in 5 official games because we can't count the one that was rained out, and he's reached base by either hit, walk, or hit by pitch in all 5 of them. And this one is foul.
Fans let out a whoa.
Yeah, did they ever? It sliced just enough to get foul.
That sneaks down in the corner with Gentry's speed. It might have scored 2. Looking good.
Yeah, it was looking
right
great
at the end.
Had just enough tail spin to get it out of fair territory. So it's 1-2 to the leadoff man. Got him on strikes. Hey, visit your local Lowe's to cast your MLB All-Star ballot and enter to win a trip to the All-Star Game. It's compliments of Scott's. All-Star Game in Phoenix, Arizona this year, and Ron Washington is the manager of the American League team, having been the manager of the American League team in the World Series last year, and he has officially picked his coaching staff. Wash is going to take his entire staff, and he's added Manny Acta, the manager of the Indians, and John Farrell of the Toronto Blue Jays. And you might think, well, yeah, of course he adds Acta. Look at the way the Indians are playing. Ron actually asked Manny face to face in spring training if he would be one of his coaches. Manny was flattered. Ron said, you can't say anything until, for whatever reason, this week the date was they were allowed to talk about it this week, so it was released this week, even though Wash asked him back in March. And he said he's following in the footsteps of Jim Leyland, who when Wash was in one of his first couple of years as a manager, Leyland asked him to be on the staff. He said he likes to try and return that favor to a young guy or a young manager who hasn't had the chance to go to an All-Star game. And besides, he says he likes Manny Acta. Played with Farrell. Wash did. Runners at first and second. The 1-2 pitch to Elvis. Fouled off. Getting a little information on Endy Chavez, just that he has a tight right hamstring. And that is why Blanco has replaced him in right field tonight. Hochevar now looks in for the signs. Check of second, and now the pitch to Elvis in the air toward right field. Francoeur has it. And the Rangers leave a couple. 1-0 Texas. Here comes Derek Holland in the 5th.
Folks new to Texas quickly learn there's nothing like a Dr. Pepper. Hey, its one-of-a-kind taste was invented here. Some visitors also learn that if you put the ball in the wrong place to any guy in our lineup, well, you're not getting it back. Good things happen when you combine Texas institutions like Dr. Pepper and the Rangers. Bring any Dr. Pepper can to Rangers Ballpark and save up to 48% on tickets to any game in May. Or use Dr. Pepper as your coupon code at TexasRangers.com.
1-0 Texas. We're headed to the bottom of the 5th, and the Texas Rangers return home Monday against the Chicago White Sox. All fans will receive a Josh Hamilton figurine. There you see it. Celebrates his 2010 League MVP award. Thanks to Coca-Cola. For tickets, 972 Rangers, or go to TexasRangers.com. Speaking of Hamilton, another update from his game in Frisco. According to Ranger Blake, Hamilton, fielder's choice, 3-6 on the first pitch of the 3rd inning with an RBI. Josh showing no real ill effects from the long layoff, and he's continuing to say he's having no pain in the shoulder, where the humerus bone has apparently healed from its hairline fracture. Matt Trainer now, who struck out the first time he faced Derek Holland. Derek had a 13-pitch 4th inning. But so far has had only one 1-2-3 inning. That was the 2nd. This one's in the air toward left field. David Murphy has it. And there's one away. Alcides Escobar coming up now. His flyout went to center field in the 3rd inning. Royals have gotten off to a pretty good start this season. We're feeling really good about themselves about a week and a half ago, when they took 2 of 3 from the Yankees in New York. Since then, though, they've been swept in a rain-shortened 2-game series by the Tigers, swept in a scheduled 2-game series by the Indians, and have now lost the first game of a 2-game series to the Texas Rangers. Another foul.
The good news within our division, Oakland lost to Minnesota 11-1, and Seattle beat the Angels.
Yeah.
Oakland's now 500. The Angels are a game under 500 now.
Rangers with a chance to get to 4 over 500. And given the injuries that they've had to fight through, it's a pretty good job of actually doing more than treading water. Look at that fair ball off his knees. Beltre throws safe at first base. Wow.
Said he was off the bag. I thought Mitch kept his foot on the bag. Ron Washington's going to come out and argue. That was a great play by Beltre and a tremendous play by Moreland to try to catch it on a hop and at the same time keep his foot on the bag. And obviously we're a long ways away. Mark Wegner is right on top of the play, but it looked like he had his foot on the base. Let's take another look.
Gosh, what a great play by Beltre, and he's got to throw from his knees.
I think he's on the base.
I think he's on.
Tough play to call if you're the first base umpire. It's hard to say when he catches the ball because you can't see it. His body's in front of his glove. But it looks like the ball's in his glove while his foot's on the side of the bag. Just didn't get the call.
Wash let his displeasure be known. But the net result is Escobar on first base. And it brings up Gordon.
Escobar is 5 out of 9 stealing bases. Derek's got a good move.
And he's going to use it. Chase him back.
He won't use his best move every time. He'll kind of try to lure the base runner to thinking that's his best move. I think that's what Felice did last night. He tossed over there once and then gave it his good move.
In fact, he tossed over once in each instance. Both when he picked off Dyson and when he picked off Aviles. In each case, it was his second throw to first base that got the runner. That one misses. It's 2-0. The move of Gordon to the leadoff spot has something to do with the way he's been scuffling too. Just $125 in his last 14 games. And he hits this one right towards Mitch. Throws it to Elvis for one. Back to first base. That would be a 3-6-3 double play. How about that?
Nice play by Elvis. Mitch's throw was in the dirt. He picked it and still made the play.
More Rangers defense as Moreland starts the 3-6-3. And it's nothing Texas.
I love that this ringleader burger has grilled onions and an onion ring.
You love onions.
Yeah, because they keep vampires away.
Sweetie, I think it's garlic that keeps the vampires.
No, it's onions. Ugh. Vampires are so pale and disgusting.
Well, have you ever actually talked to a vampire?
No, Phil. And I don't care to.
The Ringleader Loaded Burger. Onions and more onions. Get creative and make your own commercial at thisishowyouSonic.com.
Hey, it's time for the Sonic Slam inning, brought to you by Sonic. Tonight's jackpot, $600. And dinner for two at a Sonic Drive-In. And tonight the Rangers are hitting for Charles Dussault of Dallas. If a Ranger hits a grand slam during the inning, Charles Dussault of Dallas gets $25,000. And you can register at any North Texas Sonic.
Well, he had a good pitch and a good swing. He just uppercutted it a little bit, popped it up to left field, just missed one. Good pitch to hit, just got underneath it.
And it brings up Davis. And he hits this one into center field.
A low fastball. Chris, a good low ball hitter. Home run that he hit looked like a hanging slider. This is a low sinker that Chris kind of golfs up the middle for a base hit.
Fourth hit of the night for the Rangers. And they got two from Chris Davis, 2 of the 4. Adrian had 1 of the 4 the last time he was up. It was a double in the 4th inning. This one's popped up. Escobar calling for it. Makes the play in shallow center field. And there are 2 outs here in the top of the 6th inning. Brings up Mitch Moreland. Mitch, who missed 3 straight games, although he ended up pinch hitting in the third of the 3 that he didn't play. He was the designated hitter yesterday in his return to action, and now back at first base tonight. First pitch from Hochevar is fouled back. Fly out and a pop out for Mitch so far in the game. He was 1 for 4 with a couple of walks last night. He's hitting .314 in his last 11 games. Got the average back up to the high 280s. And there's a strike. Or was it?
Curveball. Mitch didn't think it was a strike. It's close to the outside corner.
Mike Malinsky thought it was. It's the home plate umpire tonight. And now Hochevar is ahead of Mitch 1-2. This one's popped up. Sky high. Center field. Cabrera. And that'll do it for the Rangers. Sixth inning on tap for Holland.
When folks come to Texas, they find welcoming people who invite you in for iced tea. They also discover how you pronounce Mahia and that their kids look good in bluebonnets. And some visitors find out if one gets hit to the right fielder, they need to just be satisfied with whatever base they've been standing on. Hey, we welcome everybody. You don't have to be from Texas to be for Texas.
We play the White Sox May 23rd through 25th.
Hey, it's time for Home Depot doing more on defense, and you can't do much more than this. Mitch Moreland fields it over to Elvis and back to Mitch for a 3-6-3 double play. That helped Derek Holland to an 11-pitch 5th inning. And those double plays can help keep that pitch count down. The Corona Extra line score has the Rangers with the only run of the game. A home run by Chris Davis to lead off the 2nd inning. 1-4-1 for the Rangers. No runs on 5 hits for the Kansas City Royals. They send Cabrera to the plate against Holland now, and he shows bunt. Then he takes a ball. That one's popped up foul and out of play.
As the game has gone along, Derek has started to mix in his off-speed pitches. That was a changeup. Threw a couple of curveballs last inning for strikes. Struck out Hosmer on a good slider.
Really only had one high pitch count inning, 22 in the 3rd inning. Since then, he's had a 13-pitch 4th and an 11-pitch 5th inning.
Yeah, and on the 3rd inning could have been a quick inning.
Yeah.
There was an error on that line drive, sinking line drive to Elvis. I thought it could have been a base hit. It went as an error. It probably cost him 7 or 8 pitches after that.
Ball and 2 strikes to Cabrera now. Rangers drew 13 walks in that game yesterday. It's the most the Royals have surrendered in a game since '06. This one's chopped back over the head of Derek Holland. Elvis will have to hurry, and he does. But he can't beat Cabrera.
Derek kind of looked up helplessly as that ball bounced right straight over his head. There was nothing he could do about it. Nothing Elvis could do about it either, except make the attempt.
And he made a great one. He made a good throw after retrieving it.
Would have been enough to get a medium runner, but Cabrera's a little more than a medium runner and beat it out.
Brings up Hosmer. He had a single back in the first inning. He struck out in the third. Hit his first home run yesterday of Nefi Feliz.
There's a good slider.
So it's 1-1 to Hosmer. There's a strike to him, and we'll take a look back at last night. First pitch from Feliz. And Hosmer says he wasn't sure it was gone. It got about 3 rows deep, 367 feet away. And that one tied it up. We ended up going to extra innings where the Rangers won 5-4. Hosmer not only a good offensive player, but he was the 2010 Frank White Award winner. That's for the top defender in the Royals organization. Swing and a miss at some high heat from 95 miles an hour, and Hosmer's down on strikes again.
I think Derek has pitched Hosmer the last 2 times as tough as anyone in their lineup. He's given him his best fastballs as far as velocity goes, and a couple of great sliders down and away. Got him to chase a high fastball right there. No walks, 5 strikeouts now for Derek. Throwing the ball well.
And protecting a 1-0 lead. And now chasing Cabrera back as Francoeur steps in. Swing and a miss. Jeff's an avid golfer and very excited about their team hotel when they visit, which they will next week, is the Four Seasons out in Irving. And of course the pro golfers will be there next week for the Byron Nelson golf tournament. So Jeff's real excited about seeing all that activity around there. Cabrera had started to go, and the ball is fouled off.
Yeah, so far Francoeur's had a hard time with Derek's fastball. Struck out a couple of times. 0-2 right now.
0 for 3 yesterday, and Derek's going to try to get him to 0-3 today as he first checks Cabrera. 1 out in the bottom of the 6th. 1-0 Rangers. And they've got him picked off. Out at second base. 1-3 to 6 on the pickoff.
The Ranger pitchers have completely shut down Kansas City's running game. They've had 3 pickoffs. They've thrown over there a lot. They've kept him from getting a good jump. Jorvit has thrown out a base runner today. I believe Napoli had 1 yesterday. Gunned down. So it's been a good game plan. I'm sure that was a big part of the advance game plan. Kansas City loves to get on base. They love to run. They will run. They're aggressive. And the Rangers, just a short series, but they have stopped the running game in this series.
Yeah, Mike got Wilson Betemeat yesterday in a caught stealing. And now Francoeur hits this one to right field. Blanco fields it there, and now
Drops it. Francoeur headed to second. The throw in. He's out at second base.
He missed it, so he'd go to second. He could throw him out.
First outfield activity in his career.
He turns an error into an assist.
And it's 1-0 Texas.
A throw.
Texas A&M battles Texas. Big 12 baseball, Saturday on Fox Sports Southwest.
Texas Rangers baseball on Fox Sports Southwest is brought to you by your Texas Ford dealers. Check out the Ford F-150 and drive one. Ford is the best in Texas. By Steel. For dependable trimmers and lightweight blowers, visit SteelDealers.com. And by Southwest Airlines' new Rapid Rewards, unlimited reward seats, and no blackout dates. Yorvit Torrealba standing in now. First pitch strike from Hochevar. There's Andres.
One thing you definitely saw from Andres is he's got the arm to play right field. That was a strong throw. Not a long throw, but a strong, accurate throw.
Right on the money, and it gunned down Francoeur. Once he saw him fumbling the ball out there, he didn't hesitate.
I think you could probably make a general statement that most shortstops have the arm to play right field.
Torrealba bounces it to Betemit at third. And it's the first out of the 7th inning. Hochevar needed only 8 pitches to retire the Rangers back in the 6th. And that was with a single by Chris Davis. Here comes David Murphy, though, and he'll see quite a few pitches on you. He 4.38 pitches per plate appearance, has him 4th in the American League. Only Mike Napoli sees more pitches on this Rangers team. Mike sees 4.48 per plate appearance. And now it's 1-1 to Murph. His very first multi-home run game in his big league career was hit here at Kauffman Stadium. That one misses. 3 balls and 1 strike to David Murphy. And he hits this one towards second base. Aviles makes the play, and Hochevar's doing a nice job on a night when the Royals don't have much in the bullpen. They called a couple of replacements up, but they used it all last night.
This is the 3rd time that Hochevar's pitched in this park against the Rangers. In 09, he went 7 innings, gave up 2 runs, and struck out 13. Last year, he won 5-2, pitched 8 innings, gave up a couple of runs, didn't walk a batter. And he's got a game probably a little bit better today than those games. Doesn't have the 13 strikeouts. He's only given up 1 run. He had another start against the Rangers in Texas that didn't go quite as well. But in this ballpark, he's been on top of his game.
Now it's Craig Gentry.
And he's using all his pitches. Good sinking fastball, 93 miles an hour. Curveball that you just saw. Slider and a changeup.
Big hop. Betemit. Hosmer. 1-2-3 inning. 1-0 Texas. We're headed to the bottom of the 7th.
Fox Sports Southwest has the Rangers all season. Interleague play is underway as Michael Young and the Rangers look to swing past the Phillies' stellar pitching staff. Sunday at noon on Fox Sports Southwest.
Hey, it's time for our Brown Hand Center Great Hands of the Game. And this is an interesting one, Tom.
Yeah, Derek, you're going to see a series of pickoff throws. Here's just a deliberate one, just to let him know he's thinking about him. And then on the third one, you see the best move. That's the one with deception, and that's the one that picked him off. Although Cabrera looked like he was going on first move. If he'd used the second pickoff throw that time, the deliberate one, Cabrera would have seen it and wouldn't have gone. Well, pitchers try to kind of lull you into a sense of false security over there with those easy throws to first. They don't throw their best move every one. And Derek's got a really good pickoff move.
And you say sometimes the runners will get help from the bench. Guys over there will say that's not his best move.
Yeah, if you haven't seen the pitcher, sometimes someone from the bench will yell that out to the runner just to let him know that he's got a better move than that. And that's something that's in every advance report. What kind of move does every pitcher that you might see in the series have? They probably have video of it that you can watch as well.
Oh, Derek just gets out of the way of that hard hit ball.
It's a second rope that Butler's hit straight up the middle.
And it's a leadoff single here in the seventh. Brings up Bettamy. Howland and Hochevar very close through 6 innings. Derek with 87 pitches through 6. Hochevar with 82. 54 strikes for Derek, 55 for Hochevar. After a 2-for-4 night last night, Bettamy's 0-for-2 tonight. He hits it towards Ian. Back to Elvis for one. On to Mitch Moreland, and it's a 4-6-3 double play.
Just what you want right there. Leadoff hitter gets on. Turn the double play. 1 pitch, 2 outs. You're talking about stolen bases coming into the game. The Royals had 48 stolen bases. They'd been thrown out 11 times. It's 12 now. The Rangers were 44 stolen and 10 thrown out, so they've got almost the same percentage. Rangers have been really almost as prolific and just as effective stealing bases as the Royals have. A nice curveball dropped in there for strike one.
One ball and 1 strike to Aviles. And this one's hit towards Elvis. He's up with it. Over to Mitch, and he makes the routine play, and that'll do it. Derek Holland with a 1-0 lead through 7.
Here's to the pursuit of better, faster, cleaner, funner. Here's to the pursuit of advancements that help make new engines possible and dreams a reality. Here's to the pursuit of another 100 years of earning America's trust. Not just oil, Pennzoil. Change your oil on your schedule with a Pennzoil lubrication limited warranty. Enroll now at Pennzoil.com.
Good deeds thrive in Texas towns. Guys with trucks lend a hand. And Chevy's with you. The Silverado Texas Edition. It comes with a chrome accent package and a 100,000-mile powertrain warranty. That's 40,000 more than a Ford F-150. It's a Silverado, Texas style.
Qualified buyers can use their Texas Edition discount for a total value of $6,500.
See your North Texas Chevy dealer.
When folks come to Texas from someplace else, they find welcoming people who like to do the right thing. They also discover how boots fit and that their kids look good in bluebonnets. And some visitors find out you need to start that swing early and guess right, or you're taking a short walk. Hey, we welcome everybody. You don't have to be from Texas to be for Texas.
We play the Royals May 27th through 29th.
This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of Rangers Baseball, LLC, and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. The accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of Rangers Baseball, LLC.
Hey, it's time for our Progressive upcoming schedule, and what a weekend it'll be. The first round of interleague play for 2011. And how about these pitching matchups? C.J. Wilson against Roy Halladay. Colby Lewis against Cliff Lee, and Matt Harrison will take on Roy Oswalt. Blanco swinging at the first pitch. Center field. He drives Cabrera back. He makes the play. And that's the pitching matchup. Boy, it's a good one. C.J. and Halladay, Lewis and Lee, Harrison and Oswalt. Halladay with a 7-7 career record against the Rangers, and Cliff Lee's not but 5-5 against the Rangers. So Ron Washington was talking today about how the Rangers know they can beat any one of the three of those guys. Rangers have never won in the new ballpark in Philly, but they're only 0-3. They've only had 3 games there. And last year Texas was so good in interleague play. 14-4 overall, 13-2 in the month of June during interleague.
Yeah, that was pretty much the time when the Rangers made their move in the standings. That separated them from the pack.
And we show you the Ford leaderboard, and we look at some of the numbers from last year in interleague play, and the Rangers were very good with that .778 winning percentage. 14-4 overall, as we say. 13-2 in the month of June. They actually lost 2 of the first 3 games in interleague last year, but then went on that 13-2 run. That included a sweep of the Astros, a sweep of the Marlins, a sweep of the Pittsburgh Pirates, and they took 2 of 3 from the Milwaukee Brewers. This one's grounded from Elvis to his counterpart Escobar, and they get him.
Well, both pitchers are mowing him down pretty nicely. Not many big innings.
No.
Rangers have had, I don't think they've had an inning where they've had 2 men on, have they?
No.
They've had 1 man on a few times, but they haven't had 2 men on base yet.
Oh wait, yeah, they did in the 5th.
Ah, you're right.
You had, yeah, Gentry and Murph.
In fact, they had 2 men on with 1 out.
Yeah. Ian hits this one in the air towards center. Another quick inning for Hochevar. 1-0 Rangers. We're going to the bottom of the 8th.
Ride to the Rangers game in style. The Fox Sports Southwest Fan Express is heading to a town near you. Check out the road dates by logging on to foxsportssouthwest.com.
When folks come to Texas from someplace else, they find hard-working, friendly people. They also discover how many jalapenos are too many and when to cheer at a rodeo. And some visitors find out you better bury that junk down in the zone or Josh might hit it 500 feet. Hey, we welcome everybody. You don't have to be from Texas to be for Texas.
Monday is Josh Hamilton Figurine Night.
We are Blackmore. We are Southwest.
Hey, it's time for our Coors Light Freeze Cam. And we show you the play of Andres Blanco, pushed into service in right field, and he makes a throw to gun down Jeff Francoeur after bobbling a single out there in right field. Blanco makes up for it with a great throw, and he switched gloves. It's his first time ever in the outfield. He had a all red glove earlier. Now he's switched to one that's
he's
black
gone to
with
the
red
big one. That
trim.
thing is as big as a basket right there.
That's huge. He doesn't know what glove to use in the outfield because it's his first time out there.
An outfielder uses a much bigger glove than a shortstop or a second baseman. If you use that kind of a glove at shortstop or second base, you'd never be able to get the ball out of your glove to turn a double play or to make a quick throw. Outfielder doesn't have to worry about that. He just wants the glove big enough to be able to dive, jump up over a wall, as much room in there as possible to catch the ball.
Reach up over the fence and rob somebody of a homer. Derek Holland dealing against Matt Trainer. 1-1. Holland 95 pitches through the 7 innings. That's a strike. Derek's averaged 103.3 pitches. And the radio flagship station will love that. 103.3. That's what he's averaged in his games thus far. One and two to Trainer. And the Rangers starters are best in the American League at average pitches per game. They're at 100.9. And this is Derek's 100. Fouled off. So Blanco had his glove and he's like, oh wait, this is way too small. So
Just
he
put
takes
one on each hand.
he takes the red one and he used that one. And now Trainer fouls this one back. And then he goes from red to black with red trim. So
I think the key was not the glove itself, it's what color it was.
Is that it? It's a fashion statement.
Couldn't find the right color.
Just a fashion statement. You got to look good.
Probably hoping. I hope they don't hit it to me.
Yeah, he's still trying to break it in.
I think I'd be tempted to use my infielder's glove, even though it's not as big as an outfielder's glove. It's the glove that you're comfortable with.
I mean, certainly he's spent some time out there shagging. And I'm sure uses his glove during that process.
Long at bat for Trainer. He's battled the count to 3-2 now. This will be the ninth pitch.
Mets had 9 walks in his last 13 games. Payoff pitch misses.
First walk of the game for Derek.
Leadoff walk in the 8th inning. Derek's got 5 strikeouts at this point. And it looks like we'll have a pinch runner for Matt Trainer. Mitch Meyer in there. And it's time to pick him off. That's what the Rangers would have done last night. See if they can execute the same tonight. You see the bullpen getting busy. Derek's climbed over 100 pitches. It's Oliver and Lowe out there. And now it's the 9th place hitter. Escobar bunts towards first base. They go to second and get the lead runner. Mitch Moreland making some pretty nice throws to second tonight.
Yeah, he just bunted it too hard. Look how he reached out and pushed it right straight to Moreland and said, here's a hard bunt for you. Get the force out at second. Much easier play for a left-handed thrower. He just picks the ball and throws it to second. Doesn't have to turn his body at all. A right-handed thrower would have to turn. But that's an easy play for Mitch.
Elvis with the stretch. And the lead runner, who was Meyer as a pinch runner, is erased. 1 out for the top of the order, though. It's Alex Gordon.
That's not the good move.
And the pitch to Gordon. In there for a strike.
Derek still strong at 106 pitches. That pitch was at 94 miles an hour to jump ahead. No balls and 1 strike.
Gordon's hit was way back in the first inning. He had a leadoff single to lead off the game. I'll be darned, he was caught stealing. Another strike to Gordon.
95 miles an hour.
Derek reaching back.
I'll throw this one about 3 inches outside. Hope he swings at it or hope you get a call. Reed's telling him, keep it down, keep it down. That was a better move, but the Royals have seen it enough.
Yeah.
And if you're not going, pretty tough to get picked off if you're not going, although it happens.
Maybe they're learning some lessons here against these Rangers pitchers. The 0-2 pitch. Outside, just like you called for. Ron Washington looking on. Crowd getting into it a bit. It's a very tight game. Drama here in Kansas City. A 1-0 Rangers lead. 1-2 pitch to the leadoff man is in the air and headed toward left field. David Murphy has it.
Gordon's had some good at-bats against a left-hand pitcher who's throwing the ball well tonight. He's hit the ball pretty well. Hard base hit. Hit the ball fairly hard on his double play. And he could have had another base hit. He hit that sinking line drive that was called an error. And there's another line drive to left field. So facing a left-hander today, Gordon's looked pretty good.
David looked pretty good running that one down. And there's Derek's reaction to it.
He knew the ball was hit hard.
Yeah.
And then he turned and hoped that a fielder could get to it.
And now it's Melky Cabrera. Pitch to Cabrera. Grounded toward Ian Kinsler. He throws over to first. And they got him. Derek Holland is through 8 innings of work tonight. The Rangers have a 1-0 lead. We're headed to the...
For complete Mavericks playoff coverage, Fox Sports Southwest has you covered. Tune in to Mavs Live, playoff edition after every Mavs game for local perspective and analysis. Fox Sports Southwest, your home court advantage for the NBA playoffs.
Coors Light Cold Hard Blast is the only run of the game. Chris Davis in his first at-bat as a cleanup hitter. At least as a starting cleanup hitter in the major leagues. And he hits a home run. And that's the only run of the game. As CD comes up again, and he's still facing the same pitcher in the 9th inning. It is Luke Hochevar back out on the mound. He's thrown 103 pitches now.
Got a good curveball.
And we got the new catcher in there as Trainer was pinch run for, and Brian Pena is the catcher. Meyer ran for him. Pena replaces him defensively. And it's 0-2. Strike 3 called.
A couple of off-speed pitches and then snuck the fastball by him. Wasn't ready for it. Rangers have only had 4 hits. Chris has 2 of them, a single and a home run. Outside corner. Good pitch.
Brings up Adrian Beltre. He's got a hit, a double back in the 4th inning. And that's a strike to him from Hochevar. Swing and a miss by Adrian.
Best velocity of the night for Hochevar, 95 miles an hour, and great movement. Ball really sunk.
Working against Beltre. 0-2 count. That one's high. And it's 1-2. Adrian hit the first pitch he saw from Hochevar back in the 4th inning for a double. And he gets him on strikes here. Back-to-back strikeouts for Hochevar. And hey, baseball fans, Chevy is proud to support youth baseball leagues in your local community. If you'd like to learn more about Chevy youth baseball programs, go to youthsportswired.com. Two outs now, both on strikeouts in the 9th inning. It's Mitch Moreland. He takes a big cut at that one.
Hochevar saving his best for last. This is the best he's thrown the whole game. He's at 110 pitches right now. Best fastball he's had, best curveball he's had. 4th straight solid game for him.
That one just misses. And this one's right back up the middle. Diving is Escobar, but he can't hold on. And Mitch Moreland is on first base. And it'll bring up Yorvit Torrealba. Yorvit's into center field with it.
Oh, that was a bullet. It looked like it glanced off his back. It was so close to him.
Runners at first and second now with a couple down in the 9th inning. And here comes Ned Yost. Look how close this is to him. Wow.
I thought it nicked off his shoulder. It must have missed him by a couple of inches. High pitch game for Hochevar this year.
113 of them. And that will do it for him. He leaves to a standing ovation as Greg Holland trots in from the bullpen. With the pitching change, we break. Rangers lead it 1-0 in the 9th.
Hi.
Hon, we still on for dinner?
Oh, I can't. You know I've got the bar exam.
Well, good luck.
Thank you. Okay, one more time. This bar means... The Coors Light is cold? And this bar... The Coors Light is super cold? Congrats. You just passed the bar exam.
Woo! Introducing new Super Cold Activation from Coors Light. With 2 stages, you'll know when your beer goes from cold to super cold.
So, you're a lawyer?
Huh? No. Frost Brewed Coors Light, the world's most refreshing beer.
Fox Saturday Baseball is back. The boys of summer are back, and it's the Rangers and the Phillies this week at 6 o'clock Central. And what a pitching matchup we have for you. Colby Lewis against Cliff Lee for Fox Saturday Baseball beginning at 6 o'clock Central Time. Our own Tom Grieve will be a part of that national broadcast of Fox Saturday Baseball.
A lot of pats for Hochevar. Pitched a great ball game.
Boy, did he. 113 pitches. Here comes Murph with 2 out and 2 on. He takes a strike.
New Royals reliever, 95 miles an hour.
Imagine that, yeah.
The guy they bring out of their bullpen is a flamethrower.
This one's Greg Holland. And he was the guy who was recalled earlier today. They made 2 moves. Brought Tejeda back from the disabled list. Brought Holland up from AAA Omaha. And sent Jeffress and Dyson down. That one misses. That Omaha team has changed its name. They're the Storm Chasers now. For them, Holland has 27 strikeouts and 21 2/3. He's ahead of Murph here. It's 1-2. And David Murphy hits this one in the air towards center field. Cabrera comes on and makes a play. That looked like it was going to get down. But the Rangers leave a couple on. And it's 1-0.
Could switching to Geico really save you 15% or more on car insurance? Does the buck stop here? Could switching to Geico really save you 15% or more on car insurance? Does it take 2 to tango?
Something to think about if you throw trash on Texas highways. Somebody up there is going to be watching.
Go Squadron Laker. We've got one inside. Let's make an impression on this guy. Over.
Congratulations to the Texas Confederate Air Force. Voted favorite Don't Mess with Texas ad of the last 25 years.
1-0 Texas, and we've raved about Luke Hochevar tonight, but he hasn't been as good as he's been as Derek Holland, who's back out on the mound for the 9th inning. 110 so far for Derek.
I think what Ron Washington is doing right here is the 9th inning for the Royals started the exact same way yesterday. Down a run with Hosmer, Francoeur, and Butler coming up. And Hosmer hit the home run off Neffy. I don't know that Derek is going to finish this inning, but he's going to start the inning and have the lefty-lefty matchup in his favor. There's Felice warming up, and I think Ron's plan is to get Hosmer with Holland, not let Hosmer hit against Felice again, and then let Felice come in, see if it works.
First pitch swinging is fouled off. Hosmer with a single in the first, and then Derek's gotten him twice since then on strikeouts. A strikeout in the third, a strikeout in the sixth of Hosmer. And it's quickly 0-2.
They had a couple sliders to hit right there. Those weren't the good ones, down and away. Struck out on one earlier in the game. We might have seen his best 2 pitches to hit right in the middle of the plate. Derek's goal this pitch will be keep it away from the middle of the plate and try to throw the high fastball again.
Hosmer fights it off and hits it into center field.
Yeah, that's a bad pitch. You had no balls and 2 strikes. You saw Torrealba put his glove up high. The pitch never got up out of the strike zone. It's a strike. Watch it. He wants a high pitch. It's right in the middle of the plate. Hosmer, no balls and 2 strikes, lines a single to center field.
And that will bring Ron Washington out. With Francoeur and Butler due, Derek Holland leaves after 113 pitches. With a runner on first base and nobody out in the 9th. We break with the pitching change. Here comes Neffy. Derek Holland has put the jacket on and become a very interested observer in the 9th inning of this game. We've got A quick defensive change to tell you about. Mike Napoli is in at first base, and Mitch Moreland has moved into right field. Nefi Feliz is on to pitch for the Rangers with a runner at first and Jeff Francoeur at the plate. First pitch is a strike.
I like him coming in throwing 97 miles an hour. There's a lot of times where he comes in and he kind of cruises. He throws 92, 93, gradually ramps it up there. But coming to this game, one-run game, there's already a man on first base. You got to come in firing with your best stuff. And that's what he's done. Yep. 96, 97.
And he's ahead of Francoeur. It's 0-2. Nefi's blown save yesterday was his first on the road since being named the starter. He'd gone 25 for 25 since being named the closer, I should say. 25 for 25 in the interim. Ball and 2 strikes to Francoeur. He had that single in the 6th inning, but then was gunned down by Andres Blanco. The 1-2 pitch. High for a ball, and it's 2-2. That's Hosmer at first base. That's Holland with Matt Harrison. And the pitch into right field from Francoeur. Mitch Moreland is up with it, and he holds the runner at second. And Billy Butler comes up.
High fastball. Nice job of hitting by Francoeur. Got on top of it, drilled it into right field. Well, one thing you know, it's not a bunt situation.
Butler's got back-to-back singles. Both of them hit pretty hard right up the middle. And a fly out to center field before that. Chopped foul on the third base side. That one was 97 miles an hour again. It's 0-1. Rangers have held this 1-0 lead since the 2nd inning, when Chris Davis led it off with a home run. That one misses. And it's 1-1. Eight innings plus a batter for Derek Holland. No runs on 9 hits. That one's high. It's 2 balls and a strike. Derek struck out 5 and walked 1 in the game. Left having thrown 113, exactly the same number that Hochevar threw.
Everything's been up. Like to throw one down, maybe get a ground ball, turn a double play.
Be a great time for one. It was Derek Holland's best friend. And the 2-1 pitch in the air. Gentry has it, and the runners hold. So Butler flies out. It's the first out of the 9th inning. And it brings up Wilson Betemit.
Good high strike, good swing, just popped it up. He's not too happy.
Conference with the middle infielders out there at the mound. Now Torrealba headed back to the plate. The infielders headed back to their spots, and Betemit is headed to the batter's box. He's 0 for 3 on the night. He grounded into a double play back in the 7th. .95-mile-an-hour pitch misses outside.
Every pitch a fastball. He's thrown 10 fastballs.
Swing and a miss. Also a 96-mile-an-hour pitch. And it's 1-1 to Betemit. They get 1 and 2 after that wicked cut. Derek Holland likes it.
98 miles an hour. Keep pounding that thing right inside there. You're not going to hit that pitch.
Couple of men on. 1 out. Bottom of the 9th inning. Rangers with a 1-0 lead. The 1-2 pitch. Misses. So it's 2-2. And you see that his numbers are pretty good. He's got Hosmer in scoring position at second base. Fouls that one back.
Good pitch. That's the one he swung and missed at. He just got a piece of that one that time.
Yeah, those two are in almost the same spot. 3 and 5. Breeze picking up a little bit here. The 2-2. Misses high and away. Yorvit Torrealba whispers some instruction to Neppy Feliz. Rangers closer. Trying to rebound from last night. The payoff pitch. Popped up.
That'd be the infield fly. And that would be out number 2.
And now it's Aviles.
Whatever happens in this game, I love the way Feliz has come into this game and thrown the ball, because he's thrown every pitch a fastball, 16 fastballs. Everyone's been above 95 miles an hour. And he's going after it with everything he's got. No coming in and throwing 92, 93, and then ramping up. He's coming in with all he's got. And that's all you can do. Give it your best shot.
It's like the old saying, dance with the girl that brought you here.
Well, last night he came in and, you know, he didn't throw a bad pitch, but I don't know if it had 97-mile-an-hour velocity, and Hosmer hit it out of the ballpark. And tonight he's saying, if you get me, it's going to be with my best fastball.
That one hit 100 on the gun here, but missed.
outside at 99 miles an hour. It's 2-0 to Aviles. He's 0 for 3 on the night. Couple of flyouts and a ground out. And the 2-0 pitch. Swing and a miss.
101.
Wow.
Someone must have talked to Neffy after the game last night. Either that or he did a little soul searching, because he's coming out a little bit differently than we've seen him the last few times out. He's not leaving anything behind right now.
It's 2 balls and 1 strike. And that one's fouled off to make it 2-2. Amazing how easy it looks for him to throw at 101. It doesn't look any different than 91. From his effort standpoint. Nibbling away here.
Keep it out there.
The 2-2 pitch. Way outside. And the runners advance.
Tried to put a little extra on that one, just pulled it out of the strike zone, way out of the strike zone.
So it's 3-2 now. Aviles at the plate. The runners are at second and third. And that one is sliced foul and out of play down the right side. Torrealba with a quick message for Feliz again. After their last little chat, he threw at 101 miles an hour. That one was triple digits as well and fouled off. Feliz to Aviles. The payoff pitch. Slice down the right side again and out of play. High drama in Kansas City as the Rangers try to sweep the Royals tonight. Brief 2-game set. Texas has led 2-0, or rather 1-0 since the second inning. Chris Davis's home run providing the only runs of this one. 8th pitch of the at-bat is on the way. And that one too is fouled off and out of play. Aviles battling Neffy Feliz, the reigning American League Rookie of the Year. Saves leader from a year ago. And the 3-2 fouled straight back. And it'll be at least a 10-pitch at bat for Aviles. Hosmer's at third base, having singled off Derek Holland to start the inning. Francoeur had a single off of Feliz. The payoff pitch in the air toward right field. Moreland can't catch up to it. It's foul.
Ooh, that was close to the foul pole.
It was.
Close to being an out.
Close to being a home run.
Close to hitting the foul pole.
Yeah.
I don't think it would have gotten that far. If it stayed in the ballpark, Mitch would have caught it. He's shading him over that way.
Rangers fans on their feet here with the Royals fans. Everybody excited about the drama at Kauffman Stadium in Kansas City. Feliz kicks and fires. And it's grounded back up the middle. Elvis can't make the play. We're tied at 1.
He earned that base hit. That was a great at bat. He fouled everything off and finally got one that he could put in play. This is a lower fastball, and the low one was one he could get the bat on and keep it in play. Nothing special about it, but he just hit it in a place where Elvis couldn't make the play on it and drives in a tying run with it. And the wild pitch kind of set that play up.
Yeah. And now Derek Holland won't figure in the decision. Here's Pena. Runners are at first and third. It's Aviles at first base. Jeff Francoeur down at third. Runner goes to second, and defensive indifference is that one misses, and it's 1-0. High for a ball. It's 2 balls and no strikes to Pena. One now in the 9th inning. Feliz trying to keep it that way with 2 out. Swing and a miss. 97-mile-an-hour pitch. 2 balls and a strike. That's a little high for a ball. It's 3-1 to Pena. 31 pitches now in the inning, thanks in large part to that 11 pitch at bat by Aviles. And he walked him. So the bases are loaded in the 9th inning, and Ron Washington is headed to the mound.
Yeah, almost has to do something here. That's 32 pitches of throwing it as hard as he can. You have to give Aviles credit. You have to give Francoeur credit. They had a couple of strikes on him, and they found a way to get base hits.
And Mark Lowe has gotten the call from Ron Washington. The night is done for Feliz. And with the pitching change, we break in Kansas City. It's 1-1 in the 9th. Derek Holland pitched into the 9th inning. Left with a 1-0 lead and a runner on base. Nefi Feliz came in to get the save, couldn't quite close the door, so after 32 pitches, he is out, and Mark Lowe is in for the Rangers. Mark got a save last night. 5th of his career, in the first since the 22nd of September of '09. He faces Escobar, and he starts him with a strike.
I know Nefi's disappointed that he didn't come in and get the save, but he gave it everything he had. He went after him with his best fastball on every pitch.
Now Lowe will try to put out this bases loaded fire. Royals have Francoeur at third base. Mike Aviles is down there at second base, and it's Pena at first. And the 1-1 to Escobar. Chopped right back to Lowe. He races toward the bag and then tosses to Napoli. And they get Escobar. So for the second straight night, we will play extra innings in Kansas City. 10th inning on tap, 1-1, Rangers and Royals.
Jack Link's Beef Jerky presents Messin' with Sasquatch.
Hey there, big guy. You know, you look a little tired. Why don't you come sit down over here? Yeah, come on. That's right, sit down.
Jack Link's Jerky. Feed your wild side.
Extra innings are presented by Jack Link's Beef Jerky. Feed your wild side. Just the third extra innings game of the year for the Rangers, and the second in this series. Back-to-back nights of extras. And Holland back out there for the Royals.
Well, he threw the ball well in the last inning. Threw the ball in the mid-90s. A couple of men on. David almost found a hole out there in the outfield, but Cabrera came on and made a nice running catch. Otherwise, the Rangers would have had an insurance run.
Holland will face the 9-man Gentry, and then the top of the order for the Rangers in the 10th. Quickly ahead of Gentry, it's 0-2. That one's grounded to shortstop. Escobar hurries it. Out. Wow, close play.
Great play by Hosmer at first base. Nice play by Escobar, obviously, but it doesn't get made if Hosmer doesn't make the play at first.
Wash thinks maybe Hosmer was off the bag.
Well, Moreland was called off the bag earlier. Didn't look like he was. Couldn't tell on Hosmer's.
Gentry gets down the line quickly.
Tough to tell, but the first base umpire is Mark Wegner, and he's right on the play. He had the best look of anybody.
Mike Napoli up now. He's in at first base after Mitch Moreland moved to right field. Andy Chavez started out in right today. Andres Blanco replaced him because Endy had some tightness in the hamstring. And then late in the game, Wash made the move to put Moreland out there and Napoli at first base. So you get a good stick at the plate. Ten of Mike's 15 hits this year have been for extra bases. And the 1-1 from Holland. Misses, and it's 2 balls and a strike. Inside, and it's 3-1 as the Rangers try to get consecutive road wins for just the second time all year. And this one's in the air high and into right field. Francour's got it. And there are 2 away. Now it's Elvis. Got a 6-game hit streak on the line. And he's hit in 12 straight on the road. But he's 0 for 4 on this night. He'd like to keep the streaks in the inning alive here. Takes a first pitch strike from Holland.
That's a pretty good breaking ball he's got. He's got a good fastball, good breaking ball. Looks like he throws strikes. Unlike last night, the Rangers have only had a couple of walks. They had 13 last night, but only had a couple so far tonight.
Rangers are 3-0 in their history when they are walked 13 times. It's only happened 3 times in the history of the club. They've won all 3 of them. Frustrating part about last night was stranding 13 men on base. And this one is hit toward third base. Betemit to Hosmer. And the Rangers are retired in order. Here comes Darren Oliver in the bottom of the 10th.
Jack Link's Beef Jerky presents Messin' with Sasquatch.
Here you go.
Hey, big guy, you want to play with us? I'm going to put this ball right here, and you're going to give it a big old kick. Come on.
Jack Link's Jerky. Feed your wild side.
1-1, bottom of the 10th inning. Rangers are 1-1 in their 2 extra inning games so far this year, having lost a game in Oakland and having won last night. And it's Darren Oliver who comes in now to pitch the 10th.
Well, Darren having a good season, pitching frequently. This is his 19th ball game. Held opponents to a .229 average. Only walked a couple of batters in 18 innings. And he's probably coming in to pitch the 10th because 2 out of the 3 hitters will be left-handed, Gordon and Hosmer. And Cabrera is weaker right-handed than he is left-handed.
So it is the top of the order and Gordon to start things off against Darren Oliver. Shows bunt and then leaps out of the way. That one misses outside. 2 balls and no strikes to Gordon, who had a single in the first. Reached on an error that might have been a single in the 3rd inning. And then grounded into that 3-6-3 double play. Goes bunt again and it misses outside. It's 3 balls and no strikes. Strike. Gordon thought he was maybe headed to first base, but it's 3-1. And that one is popped up. Elvis battling the wind and the umpire and makes the play.
Yeah, good comeback from Darren. 3 balls and no strikes. Came back through a strike. Gordon popped up the next pitch. 1 up, 1 down.
Quick update on Josh Hamilton's progress. 5-pitch walk for him in the 5th inning in Frisco. And he scored from second on an RBI single and then Josh struck out, called out on strikes in the 7th. Thanks to Ranger Blake for the updates. Well, he starts Cabrera off with a couple of errant pitches, and it's 2-0. Foul back, and it's 2-1.
No one warming up in Kansas City's bullpen, so if they're going to stick with Greg Holland, why not? 4 up, 4 down.
And with the week that the Royals bullpen has had, they are taxed. 19 2/3 innings for them in the 3 games prior to this one. That one is into left field. And he's headed for, no, he puts the brakes on. Big turn at first for Cabrera.
They hit it so softly it stopped rolling before David could get to it.
And it brings up Hosmer. He started all the trouble in the 9th. Got a single off Derek Holland. He was the last batter that Derek faced. And he hits this one into right field. Rounding second and headed for third is Cabrera. And the Royals have runners at first and third with 1 out. And Hosmer's starting to look like the real deal.
That kid could hit. Got a great swing.
Here comes Ron Washington.
Yep, you got your work cut out for you now. First and third, winning run at third, 1 out. Francoeur, the hitter.
And that'll do it for Darren Oliver. Wash will make the change. We're in the bottom of the 10th inning. It's 1-1. Pitching change in Kansas City. We're back after this. It is 1-1 in the bottom of the 10th inning. 1 out. Runners are at first and third. Melky Cabrera over there at third base, and it's Eric Hosmer at first, and it's Cody Epley who is in to face Jeff Francoeur.
Great opportunity for Cody to come in and get a nice job done right here. First and third, 1 out. Got 2 veteran hitters coming up, Francoeur and Butler, looking for maybe a double play. Winning run at third base. Tough to play back in double play depth because if it's a slowly hit ball and you can't turn a double play, the winning run scores. So the infield is in right here.
Francoeur with a couple of singles after a couple of strikeouts. First pitch from Epley is a strike. It's been a while for Francoeur. And now he's behind 0-2. 4 of the last 5 games for the Rangers have been decided in the last at bat. The Rangers are 2-2 in those 4. And now the 0-2 pitch.
Nice pitch. Didn't swing at it, but 0-2. Something slightly out of the strike zone, trying to get him to swing at a bad pitch.
That one misses. We're all even at 2-2. 1 out. 10th inning. Rangers and Royals tied at 1. And that's chopped foul. It'll stay 2-2. Pitching Francoeur down here.
Right, you're trying to keep it down. Trying to get him. Love to get a strikeout right here if you could.
Wow.
Like Vladimir Guerrero trying to hit that ball.
Yeah.
The ball almost bounced up there. Somehow he got a piece of it though.
Keeps it at 2-2. Speaking of keeping it down. Texans in the house here in Kansas City, Missouri. 2-2 pitch. Fouled off. Cody took his first career loss Tuesday against the White Sox. He walked the leadoff batter in the 8th, who eventually scored the wild run on that, or the go-ahead run on that wild pitch. And this one is foul.
Must have been off his foot. Check it out. Right off his left insole. The Royals have had some good at bats. They've battled in key situations. 9th pitch coming to Francoeur.
And it is down in center field. And it's a walk-off win for the Royals. Gentry was playing in, but he couldn't quite get to it. And the Royals beat the Rangers and split the series on a walk-off single by Jeff Francoeur. Cabrera came home to score. And here's a look at the pitch.
Just a good battle, and Francoeur won. He fouled off a lot of pitches out of the strike zone, got one that he could handle, and there's the base hit that wins it.
And so the Royals sort of returned the favor of a Rangers team that won in 11 last night. It only took 10 tonight, but the Royals beat the Rangers by a final of 2-1. We're back to wrap this one up from Kansas City right after this. Texas Rangers baseball on Fox Sports Southwest is brought to you by Southwest Airlines' new Rapid Rewards. Unlimited reward seats and no blackout days. By the Progressive Insurance Group. For a money-saving car insurance quote, call 1-800-PROGRESSIVE today. And by your Texas Ford dealers. Check out the Ford F-150 and drive one. Ford is the best in Texas. So make it 5 out of 6 decided in the last at bat by the Rangers, and they fall to 2-3 in those games. Bit of a heartbreaker tonight, Tom, as they lose it in 10, 2-1 to the Royals.
Yeah, it was a well-pitched game. Kind of forgotten in the extra inning was how well both starting pitchers pitched. Derek Holland had a chance to win it. 2 outs in the 9th inning. Aviles got the little infield hit that tied the game. But he pitched 8 innings, 1 run, 1 walk, 5 strikeouts. Hochevar was just as good, 8 2/3. He only gave up 1 run too. A close game, well played game, and Kansas City came out on top.
They did indeed. A 2-1 final as the Royals beat the Rangers 2-1. Join us tomorrow at 6 on TXA 21 in Dallas, where the Rangers begin 2011's interleague play, with Philadelphia beginning a 3-game series with the Phillies tomorrow. Coming up next, Rangers Live with Desmond Purnell and Steve Busby. And here's tonight's final take.
The Rangers go into extra innings for the second night in a row out at Kauffman Stadium, but the results a little different this go around. The Rangers give up a run in the 9th and another in the 10th as the Royals come from behind to defeat the Rangers by the final score of 2-1. Welcome into the post-game edition of Rangers Live. Alongside Steve Busby, I'm Desmond Purnell. Tough one to lose for the Rangers.
Yeah, tough one to lose. And this was a night when the Rangers were going to have to make one run stand up to get the job done. I mean, you have to give credit to Kansas City pitching. Couldn't quite get it done. Rangers couldn't close out the 9th or the 10th inning. And it's a difficult ball game to lose, but not one that is going to eat at them, I think. They just had better pitching against them and more timely hitting on the other side.
Definitely. The Rangers now fall to 2-2 on their current 7-game road trip. We'll now go out to Kauffman Stadium to the 2 men that called the game, John and Tom. Another tough loss for the Rangers.
Yeah, another disappointing night for the Rangers, Desmond. You're right about that, and a long flight to Philadelphia ahead of them. And in many ways, I suppose you could say both starting pitchers, in a way, deserve better. Derek Holland certainly fits that category.
Yeah, Derek was 1 pitch away from getting a win tonight. He pitched aggressively. He pitched well. I thought as the game went on, he worked in his off-speed pitches better and better. We're going to show the strikeouts. He had a good fastball. Elevated his fastball to get a strikeout of Matt Trainer. Great slider to Hosmer to get him. Paralyzed Francoeur with a good fastball in. Hosmer again with a high fastball. He only walked 1 in the game. He struck out 5. He was aggressive the whole game. Came back out for the 9th inning to try to get Hosmer and left the fastball out over the plate, and he drilled it up the middle to start that 1-run rally that tied the game.
He wound up being the run that scored to make it 1-1 and force us into extra innings for a second straight night, and it's 5 games in the last 6 that have been decided in the last at-bat for the Rangers, who are now headed to a brief round of interleague play in Philadelphia. We'll see you all from there tomorrow night. Desmond and Buzz, back to you.
All right, we appreciate it, gentlemen. Coming up after the break, we'll break this one down, Steve and I. A difficult loss for the Texas Rangers. They split their series with the Kansas City Royals, 1 game apiece. Buzz and I will be back to break it all down.
Rangers Live is brought to you by Yokohama. Technology drives better tires. Rangers Live is brought to you by Click It or Ticket.
Rangers starting pitcher Derek Holland pitched well enough to get the Rangers a win, but came up a little short, especially coming towards that 9th inning. Neftali Feliz had a chance to get back on the winning track, earn another save after ending his 19 consecutive streak save right there, but couldn't come through with it. What's going on with that?
Yeah, even though Feliz got the blown save again tonight, Desmond, I'm a little more encouraged than what I saw from Feliz last night in that blown save. Tonight, at least he came out and pumped it up. I mean, he didn't mess around. He was throwing his best fastball. Now, command still wasn't there. We've seen Neftali be able to command a 98, 99, 100-mile-an-hour fastball down in the strike zone. Couldn't quite get that consistency going, but at least I'm a little more encouraged from the standpoint of I don't think there's anything wrong at all physically and probably not mentally with Neftali Feliz. It's just a matter now of getting back in that groove, getting back in that dominant, I'm going to step on your throat when I have you down and close the door on you type of Neftali Feliz we saw last year. But, that step at a time. Coming off the disabled list, all the things that have happened to him, maybe a starter in spring training, maybe a reliever, back and forth. All that's behind him now. Now he has to get back down to the business of closing games out for the Rangers.
He threw for 32 pitches, had 18 strikes, 14 balls. The velocity was there at times, something to be encouraged about. Coming back, we'll check in on the minor league updates. Josh Hamilton, see how he did tonight in Frisco against Midland.